to visit Sarawak. But they are off to a bad start.
We started sending people to establish contact. Inevitably, when leaders go in the kampong, in the villages, they're asked to speak. Leader UMNO made a speech starting by Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Say this and quote the Quran, put hadith in front of it. And these people in the village were just staring at you, listening very patiently. And the UMNO leaders thought, oh, they're very good. They're listening to what they say. But after they're gone, they realized later that they were not Malays. And they were not Muslim.
This awkward encounter only serves to highlight the mismatch in expectations.
The Malays who went there thought that we were the saviors. They've got this superiority complex. We are the privileged one, we're going there to help you. Very patronizing sort of thing.
The trip by the UMNO leaders is a disaster. The Dayak communities remain skeptical about the Malaysia plan. Deep in the jungles of Borneo live Iban communities who are starting to take notice of the development of their country. Their paramount chief, the Menggong Juga Bariang, organizes a meeting with other chiefs of longhouses to discuss the pressing matter.
Juga was a very, very charismatic figure. When you walk in a room, you can't help but notice him. And he was a very, very good storyteller.
The chiefs of longhouses agree that certain conditions need to be included in an agreement if Malaysia were to be formed.
In Sarawak, the only document that has any comparability is the 13 points that were agreed by a meeting of 52 Pengulus from the 3rd Division, chaired by Temonggung Juga. They basically said that they would accept Sarawak becoming part of Malaysia on these 13 conditions.
Some of the highlights of the 13 points are the protection of native lands, freedom of religion, and the promise of development in the state. And another Dayak party, the Sarawak National Party or SNAP, also voices their concerns. The party is led by an Iban leader, Stephen Kalong Ningka.
Jadi pengirawati kelio ngai ke kita itu nyol di colonize Melayu bakau orang ke British ke colonize kita. Punya tidak takut ya. Nya kebuahan dak tentu setuju ke masuk ngadu ke Federation of Malaysia baru-baru ya.
The British and the Malayan governments are fully aware of the concerns of the people of Sarawak. They create a commission to gather the people's views on the ground.
Suruhanjaya Kabul yang memulakan kerjanya dalam bulan Februari 1962 menarik minat ke 55 wilayah. Maksud tugasnya ialah untuk menentukan pendapat orang-orang Sabah dan Sarawak terhadap pembentukan Malaysia itu dan membuat syur-syur yang sewajarnya.
But during the process, the Commission discovers various opinions and views from the people about the Malaysia plan.
I think people were just beginning to figure out, now what does it mean to join Malaysia, right? And even the Kabul Commission, as we all know, was quite inconclusive. Who do you speak to? What were the questions you asked? And did people really understand what joining Malaysia meant?
The British was pushing this line. Urban people were not in favor of it. Generally, the Malay community would have been in favor of it. The rural Dayak community, I'm not sure that they fully understand other than what the British advised them.
So the British actually convinced a lot of the indigenous population to go in front of the Kabul Commission and say, yes, we will support the Malaysian Federation. There's a very famous incident where a traditional leader actually said, we will go along with whatever the British wants.